Alright, the bird finally quit kicking. You have to let them settle down a bit and bleed out some. It's, here's the bird. Oh boy, that's kind of heavy. One-handed. Now, Paul boiled up this big kettle of water here, which is going to help us get to plucking the feathers. So we just stick them in, Paul?
Yeah. Well, no. What I do is,
Paul's got this outdoor sink.
this is my little greenhouse here, but all this whole greenhouse, all this stuff came from the dump, the windows, everything. I built this, and this is where I used to pluck the feathers from our chickens and turkeys, along sometimes with wild game, but mostly just the turkeys and chickens. I'll take boiling water and you pour it slowly on the bird.
Boiling water slowly on the bird.
The bird's freshly killed, so the muscles and everything's still real warm, and this water will loosen up all those feathers. Squeeze about half of it. Then I have a feed bag that I use to pull the feathers. Feathers, once they're hot, will come out real easy. If they're cold, you're not going to get them out. You want to do the plucking. You can do it two ways. You can skin them. You don't have to use the water at all. But when you're roasting turkeys, you want the skin on.
Yeah.
And
Well, these organic turkeys for sure. When I smoke them, you'll see my smoked turkey video. I take the skin off, but that's a whole different process. And plus, I marinate it in liquid for 2 days.
Yeah.
So that's the difference.
Yeah. But see how easy these feathers come out now with that hot water on them. And the wings will be the toughest. But as we go along, you just want to try to get most all the feathers off initially, while you still got the hot water and stuff.
Now, is there a commercial use for the turkey feathers?
Well, there are. In fact, I've got some right here from the last turkey, and
Oh, those are nice.
I'll use those to make crafts and stuff. A lot with antlers and skulls and hanging feathers, which I collect a lot of feathers. I have more up there and stuff. You got to get them good. See how ruffled these are now?
Yeah.
These won't be any good. It's too old and stuff. You got to get them nice and young. But you can use a lot of parts of the turkey. And behind it, you'll see some feet there that I've collected. And there's chickens, roosters, and some turkey ones up there. And then there's some interesting things about those. You see that ball of stuff right there?
Yeah.
That is actually the gall of the last turkey that I butchered. When they eat, all their food goes into their chest cavity, throat, and it's into a big sack like that. That sack is actually right in here. It's this area right here where they store all their food. And once we get into this, you'll see that the food goes into this big sack, and then there's a tube that goes down into the gizzard, which it grinds up and digests the food, the seeds. But that ball up there was, and normally I would just feed that to the chickens. But that one I wanted to see how well it would dry and last, see if it'll last forever. But a couple of them, and I'll show you another one later, you clean out the seeds in them, and there's two tubes, one going in, one coming out. You tie off the one that's going out, the bottom, with a string, and then you blow in and expand the top one, tie a string around that, and let that dry. And it'll form a little bag so you could put water in and stuff. They're real cool. And
So probably the Native Americans used that.
Yeah.
They used anything for toting water.
Yeah. The turkey is native to this country, and they were using everything. They kept the feet, they kept the bones, they kept all the intestines and cleaned them out and used them for
Bowstrings.
and
Yep.
there was a lot of use for the turkey. It's more than just going to the store and buying one. There's a lot of things you can get out of these. The males have the big beards, and what they used to do with them is they pluck them off, they tie them, and that's what they use for shaving, to shave with, shaving creams and stuff. And they mix it up. You'll see them in a lot of old movies that that's what they use, the beard of a turkey.
Well, I'll be darned. Well, we're going to finish plucking this and we'll be back in the next step, okay?
Okay.